Greetings, friends, and welcome back to the 3 Minute Horror Show for another Friday Halloween movie breakdown. So I'm joined here again with Brandon Reines. He's an Edmonton filmmaker responsible for the Grotesque movies, the I'm Haunted series, and he has a channel on YouTube called Brandon versus Movies, where he does more content like this. There are several series that we've done together where we break down movies and do deep dives about them. And we're doing another one today, this time on Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. And Brandon, why don't you get us kicked off with this crazy movie?
Yeah, this is a weird one, and I'll say right off the bat, I love it. It's great. There are some major flaws, which I'm sure we'll get into. And when the first couple times I saw it, I didn't like it so much. I know a lot of people hate it, but it's grown on me.
Mhm.
There's a couple scenes in here that are probably among like top slasher movie scenes
Yeah,
ever.
I will
It's
agree with
very
that.
well
Mhm.
but there is some stuff that is just weird. So basically, Jamie Lloyd, the little girl from part four, at the end of part four, she kind of takes on Michael Myers' persona, stabs her adopted mother, and now she is a mute because she's traumatized after everything that's happened to her, and she's living in like some kind of hospital. And her sister, or her like adopted sister, older sister, comes to visit her, and Michael Myers, who got shot up at the end of part four and fell down a shaft, turns out he didn't die. He actually crawled out and found some old homeless guy living down by the river and had been living comatose for the last year, being taken care of by this homeless guy. Then Michael Myers comes back after a year. He's like resurrected, kills the homeless guy, and goes after Jamie again. And Loomis is balls to the wall crazy in this. Like I think he does pretty much as much in this movie to traumatize that little girl as Michael Myers does. He's
Yeah.
just like he's so intense and he's just like he doesn't care who gets in his way. He just wants to kill Michael Myers. So he's like grabbing this young girl and yelling at her and shaking her and trying to get her to because she has kind of a psychic link to Michael now and
Yeah.
he's trying to find him and it's like wow this movie is kind of bonkers but yeah, take it from there.
Yeah, Jamie is mute as a result of what happened with her Uncle Michael in the last movie. And and her therapist, for whatever reason, at the children's house hospital, she's kind of like in a halfway house for kids where they treat them for psychological issues. For whatever reason, they decided that Loomis was going to be her therapist, and Loomis's therapy technique is grabbing kids, screaming at them, saying, "Where is your Uncle Michael? Where is he? Where is he?" over and over again until they cry. And that's not cool. That's not therapy, right? That's craziness. Another thing about this movie, Mustafa Akkad, the producer of the Halloween movies, since number four did gangbusters in the theaters. Okay, like it brought in a lot of money because people, I guess, were excited that Michael Myers came back, that they did a new Michael Myers movie. The theaters gave him guaranteed returns if he put out another movie in 1989. So this movie felt like a rush job right from the beginning, if you ask me. Like it felt like they rushed it out, and the first thing that they needed to do is kind of undo the ending of the last movie. So I believe that they were supposed to have had Jamie's mother being killed by that, and that they were going to go a different way if they came out with another sequel to this to Halloween. That might have been supposed to have been the end of it. Maybe. I don't know. But since it made so much money, they offered him guaranteed returns. He, cranked out this next movie in a year. And it kind of felt like that from the beginning. In the last movie, the most important relationship in that movie, next to the relationship between uncle and niece, I guess, was between Rachel, the foster sister, and Jamie. In this movie, Rachel is kind of like, get rid of Rachel. Who cares about Rachel? Rachel sucks. We're gonna get rid of Rachel. Rachel's friend Tina. Jamie is obsessed with Rachel's friend Tina. Why? No idea. She just is. But like Tina is the be all and end all in this movie. Tina's the new Rachel. Rachel's like, psh, spoilers. Rachel gets killed in the first 30 minutes by Michael Myers, and nobody really seems to care about Rachel being gone until the very end. But that was a wild decision. Where'd Tina come from?
Yeah, that was weird. I'm almost wondering if the actress that played Rachel Yeah, it was a scheduling conflict where she couldn't do the whole movie. She could only be there for like 2 days.
Yeah, maybe.
They're like, how about we just film your death scene that happens right near the beginning of the movie, and then you're basically never mentioned again for
Yeah.
the entire movie until the very end where Jamie finds your body. And they're like, well, what do we do with her character for the rest of the movie? How about we just switch it and it's a different girl that's a friend of Rachel's. So now this friend of Rachel's that we haven't even seen before is now the primary caretaker of this little girl. So it is weird. Thing is, Tina was a good actor. Like she
Yeah.
was a cool
No, she
character.
was fine.
So
Yeah.
it was fine. It was just that is an odd decision that they just dispatched with her, and it was so weird how they did it too. Like Michael Myers is in the house, kills Rachel with a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Tina comes in the house. Hey, Rachel, are you here? Of course, she's not. She's dead upstairs.
Yeah.
So she wanders around the house, and then she like her boyfriend shows up, and then they take off together.
Yeah.
It's like, aren't you gonna check? You went into your friend's house. Aren't you gonna like find her and verify that she's there? It just seems, yeah, something weird was going on there.
I thought that part was pretty cool that her and the other friend came in and Michael Myers was there watching them and that he didn't do anything. I thought that was pretty neat. But what I didn't understand about that whole visit where she popped into the house was why instead of looking for your friend, do you go into Jamie's room and pine over Jamie, your lost Jamie, who you probably would have had to have met with in the past year because we
Yeah,
didn't see her before.
yeah, it was kind of, yeah, that was odd.
Yeah.
And before we get on with it,
Yeah.
we talked about it in Friday the 13th. How Kane Hodder said, no killing kids, no killing animals.
Yeah.
The Halloween series has a lot of dog murders in it.
Yeah.
In this one, yeah, they flat out murder the Doberman or whatever that dog was,
Yeah.
and there even some of the other ones. Like, yeah, there's I think part four had one like Michael Myers kills dogs, which is
Mm.
just weird for a beloved series. It seems like people, especially nowadays, horror fans love the Halloween movies more than the Freddy or Jason movies, which
Yeah.
is weird because usually people don't put up with animal killings. It's
Or
just an odd
kids.
choice.
Yeah, and he does try to kill Jamie throughout this thing, and he almost kills Billy, Billy the stuttering king, who is really hot for Jamie. He's a little player at the he's another patient at the hospital, and I think he's only there because he has a stutter, which is odd that you throw somebody in a kid's hospital if they have a stutter. It's like that Friday the 13th thing, right? Where they had that camp full of kids who needed to go through some sort of rehabilitative therapy so that they could join society, and one guy just had a stutter. It's a bit weird, but so Michael Myers tries to run Billy down with a car, and I thought he jumped out of the way, but when it showed him afterwards and he had blood coming out of his mouth and stuff, it looked like he got hit.
I think he injured himself jumping, but
I
yeah,
hope
like Michael
so.
Myers was trying to kill kids, but
Yeah,
um, yeah, in this one, it's most of it because Rachel's gone, she's dead.
yeah,
Tina is. They really kind of push that whole thing where Tina really wants to go see Jamie, and even Tina's
yeah,
boyfriend's like, I want to go party. I don't want to
yeah.
go and visit the kid,
This
and then
mute
so
kid, I don't want to talk to her.
Tina ends up becoming the protector. But
Yeah,
it's also weird because Jamie also just loves the older girl Tina so much that even Jamie goes out. She like escapes her.
yeah,
The boy escape. She goes to like save Tina. I was like,
yeah.
oh, that's really proactive.
And
That
save her damn
like
sister.
like she's just like 10 and she's going out there to save this like 17-year-old at this party. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was interesting.
So another thing that happens in this movie, we didn't talk about it yet, is Jamie is mute. Did I say that already? I think I did say that, and she's in the
Mute for
hospital.
most of it. Towards she
Yeah,
starts talking in the third act.
right. So due to this psychic link that she has with her uncle, she can see when he's about to kill somebody for the most part. She can't see what he's doing most of the rest of the time, but she can see when he's about to kill somebody. And she'll go into seizures. And they're crazy seizures. They look really bad. I mean, again, Danielle Harris did a bang up job. She looked like she was in serious distress, and they did a good job with the makeup department too, in making her look like she was going through something there. But again, in the very first one, when he first comes back to life to kill the hermit that lives in a shack down by the river, um, she goes into a seizure that is so strong that she can't breathe. They're about to give her a tracheotomy so that she can breathe, but Loomis just keeps yelling at them, "Don't save her! Don't do it! Don't do it!" And like, if you waited 1 second longer, Loomis, she would have been dead, and that would have been Like you're really rolling the bones on this thing, pal.
Yeah, Loomis is very, very intense in this one. Definitely.
He doesn't make it through the end, folks. Loomis dies
Well,
in this one, maybe.
he's in the next one, so
Oh, I
he.
didn't even remember that. All I know is that Paul Rudd's in the next one. I don't even know if I've seen it.
It's the one. Part six is the one I've seen the least,
Okay.
but I do know Loomis is in it. He
Uh,
dies in the next one, but in this one, it looks like he dies, but he doesn't. But so one of the drawbacks of this movie, we can talk about the good stuff after
yeah,
too, is the entire series up until now, Loomis has been driving home the point that Michael Myers is pure evil.
yeah,
Like, don't try to save him. I'm a psychiatrist. Got to kill him. That's his whole thing is kill him. All of a sudden, this one, he switches gears where
yeah,
he's like, Michael, like, killing Jamie is not going to help the rage inside of you.
yeah,
Kind of like all of a sudden, Michael could be redeemed. And even there's a part at the end where Jamie calls Michael Myers uncle
yeah,
and he takes his mask off and he has like a tear running down his
yeah,
face. So all of a sudden now they're trying to pretend like the guy's human and may have a good side, which is a complete 180 from what they've been doing up to this point.
yeah, exactly. Another weird thing about this movie, and again, we will get to the good stuff in a few minutes, is the guy with the cowboy boots and the cigarette.
Oh yeah,
There's a guy who's walking around. Okay, another thing. At one point in time, when Michael Myers is in the shack and he's being rehabilitated so that he can get up and kill more people, you see that he's got a tattoo on his wrist or on the inside of his wrist or something like that. It's like a Celtic rune or something like that. Okay, this guy comes into town wearing metal tip cowboy boots and smoking a cigarette, and you never see anything more than his back or his feet. And this guy has a similar tattoo. And we don't know what he's doing other than walking around town until the very end of the movie. And we can discuss that when we get into the end with our synopsis. But we never learn who this guy is, what he's for. I hear that they trying to explain it in number six, but they really don't do a good job of it even then.
yeah. I heard they basically made this movie, but then somehow they wanted to take the next one a different direction. So they're like, well, how about we set it up in this one? So they filmed a few scenes kind of in the first part where you just see him get off a bus
Yeah,
and you see this mysterious guy kind of walking around, and then you don't see him again for like the entire movie till the very end where Michael Myers is locked up in the jail,
yeah.
and then he goes in there and he steals Michael Myers away. It's really bad. That's a terrible, terrible part of the movie. I can't remember what happens in the next one because it's been a while since I've seen it, but I wish they just didn't do any of that. The movie would have been a lot better without that guy.
We're to believe that every cop in Haddonfield was killed a year ago, and every cop in Haddonfield again is killed the very next year.
Yeah, if you're a police officer, don't get on this police force.
No way.
You don't need
Even
that.
with all the new stuff that they've got, because in this one they rolled out with all kinds of SWAT tanks and all sorts of stuff. It's crazy the amount of about the equipment that the Haddonfield police have now, and they still all get smoked by this. They get murked by this guy in boots, right?
um, Another weird thing about this movie is they really overdo the whole oh, Michael Myers is going to kill you, and then haha, take off the mask. It's really just some teenager. There's a party at some like farmhouse.
Yeah,
I swear they do that like three times, like over and over, and then it's like the cops. Michael Myers is coming up to the cops, and they're going to shoot him, and oh, it's just a teenager. And then there's Tina's like in the barn or whatever,
yeah.
and then some guy comes up, oh, it's Michael Myers, and he stabs her or whatever, but oh, it's a fake knife, and it's just the boyfriend. They do it like three times, and then of course, then the next time it is the real Michael Myers. Like that, that's very cheap. They should just not do that. Or if you're going
Talk,
to do it once.
yeah. Talking about those two cops, the pitchfork cops, the cops that get killed by Michael Myers outside the barn.
Yeah.
Every time these two guys are on screen, they play a goofy sitcom because I guess they're supposed to be dumb cops, but they play like goofy sitcom sound bites, like doom 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 music whenever these two guys are on screen, and it does not fit in the theme of a horror film at all.
No, I think they were there for comic relief, and yeah, you're right. It was
Yeah,
bad because the thing is, overall, the
yeah,
Halloween movies as a whole are much more serious than the Friday the 13th movies.
yeah.
Friday the 13th, they would have goofy characters like the Hicks that live next door,
Yeah.
or like the couple that owns the store in part three. They would it was more of a ridiculous kind of thing where it was a bit more funny. Halloween movies were more serious.
Hmm.
So for them to have two idiot cops doing one, like they were doing some kind of like Abbott and Costello gags, or
Yeah.
they're just saying stupid things. Yeah, I hated that part.
Even in Friday the 13th, when they had those comic relief characters that were goofy and everything, they still treated it seriously. So there was still like ominous music in the background to know that these guys were going to get killed. They didn't put like silly goof music behind it, like circus music. It's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was bad.
Hmm.
However, there are some really good parts in this
Yeah,
movie. My two favorite
definitely.
scenes are where he's at this farmhouse and they're driving through the fields and he's trying to run down Jamie in the car.
Hmm.
That was pretty intense. It was really well shot. It was really well acted. And probably my favorite scene was when Jamie's in the laundry chute
Yeah,
and Michael's trying to
definitely.
kill her. He like opens the door on the top floor and then she slides down and she's stuck at the bottom.
Yeah,
So he goes to the basement and he's like stabbing the through the metal and
yeah.
she's like inside the chute, like trapped. It's like, wow, that was extremely well done. I can't believe that a
I
child
read that
actor
they filmed that
did
all
that
in
well.
one night too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's yeah, that was just so yeah, that was a really cool part. There's a lot in this movie. Like if you
yeah,
ignore the the thing is like the bad parts are pretty damn bad. So I can
yeah.
see why people don't like this. But if you could get over that, it's a really cool movie. There's a lot of cool stuff. It's fun to watch. It's like I don't know. I think it's definitely one of the better ones in the series. And it did take a while to grow on me because yeah, first couple times I watched it, I really didn't like it. But the more I watch it, it's like
Mhm.
yeah, there's some great stuff in it.
The one of the scenes that I really liked is when Tina is sitting in the car with her boyfriend, only it's not her boyfriend, it's Michael Myers, and he's wearing an ogre mask. And it's a really intense scene between the two of them, and she thinks that the guy's just mad at her, and that's why he's not talking and why he's kind of driving like an asshole. But really, it's because it's Michael Myers. Now, Jamie ends up saving her when she stops to get cigarettes at a store, but it's a really intense scene. She even tries to kiss him, and it's Michael Myers sitting there all stiff in this ogre mask. I thought that was really well done.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool part.
Mhm.
Although it kind of makes you wonder about the competence of the police
Yeah,
because the police find out where they are. So Tina, she's like, "Pull over! I want to buy cigarettes." So Michael Myers pulls
yeah,
over. She goes into the store,
yeah,
and then all of a sudden, all these police cars come
yeah.
racing in to like protect her. Like, hey, but Michael Myers, it's like, dude, like the guy you're looking for is parked right there in front of you.
That that's the curse of the Halloween movie. No one ever looks behind them. In number four, Michael Myers was behind them when they had all the other Michael Myerses coming at them this way. He was right behind them. They never looked behind them. Loomis in the first one never looked behind him. He would have seen the car. He would have known where Michael Myers was. They never looked behind them. It's crazy.
Yeah,
The other thing is that was a bit odd about that, though, when I think about it, is that Michael Myers probably smells really, really, really bad. Okay? He's a dude who doesn't shower. He just walks around and kills people, and he's been shot and blown up and stabbed and set on fire. And he was living comatose for 10 years. Probably didn't clean himself all that well, because he couldn't. He probably stinks, and this girl was right next to him, and he probably didn't smell like her boyfriend. He probably smelled like 100 corpses, right?
yeah, I never thought about that, but yeah, you're probably right.
I would have noticed. I got a sensitive sniffer. I would have noticed. I would be, ooh, this guy stank. It's not
I
my
also found it
boyfriend.
I also found it funny that the car that he was driving
Yeah,
that was owned by Tina's boyfriend,
yeah,
and Tina's boyfriend is a huge asshole. He
yeah.
was very, very proud of his car. He didn't,
Hmm.
one of his friends, touches his car, and he's like, "Don't touch my car." So he's very proud of his car. And then there's a scene, the boyfriend's death scene. Michael Myers has what do you call those like three prong like
A
gardening
pitchfork.
tools?
Oh,
Pitchfork.
yeah, like a rake thing. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, and he just like scrapes this dude's car for like
Yeah,
no reason. Like it's not enough you're gonna like murder this guy. You have to
yeah,
also just like vandalize his precious car. It's like, gee, Michael Myers is a huge dick.
yeah. And like Tina would have noticed that too, coming out and saying, "Geez, what the hell happened to your car?" Right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess she didn't notice, but I mean, it was on the hood, I think. So it's
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh well. Yeah, so there were some good scenes. Also, I like to see Troy Evans in things. I don't know if you watched the show Bosch, but he plays one of there's like a comic relief cop pair on Bosch called who are from the Bosch novels, and they're called Crate and Barrel. And Crate is played by the guy who plays Mac's dad on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, who was also in that heavy metal horror movie. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. It's crazy though. And I think Ozzy's in that one too. I can't remember off the top of my head. Um, and Beryl is played by Troy Evans, who was a cop at the end of this movie, who was the cop who was protecting Jamie when it was just the two of them left in the house. And Michael Myers gets in.
Oh, okay,
So he's
okay,
like
yeah.
an older guy. He's kind of, and he did a really good job. He was good with Jamie. Like Loomis is terrible with these children, but he was like a really good kind of fatherly figure, like trying to get her out of the house and trying to protect her with his, and just trying to calm her down. And he was really good. I like that guy. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one ends with Loomis captures Michael Myers under a big net.
Yeah.
And I guess they figure like they've shot him so many times he doesn't die, so they shoot him with tranquilizer darts
Yeah.
to sedate him. And then it looks like Loomis dies, but he's back in the next one, so I guess he was just passed out or whatever. So they take Michael Myers to a jail, and they basically say like someone's coming, they're going to take him to some prison where he'll live till the day he dies.
Hmm.
It looks like everything's calm, and then the cop and Jamie are sitting in a police car. All of a sudden, we see the man in black, the guy with the cowboy boots,
Yeah.
walk into the jail. We hear a bunch of gunfire from inside,
Hmm.
and the cop who's with Jamie's like, "Wait here, I'm gonna go check it out." He doesn't come back, so Jamie walks in. There's dead cops everywhere, and the bars to the jail cell where Michael Myers was have been blown open, and
Yeah.
Michael Myers is missing, hinting that this man in black, whoever he is, took Michael Myers away, and that's where the movie ends.
Yeah. And then there's only one more in the main canon series, right? Number six is the last one.
No, 7 and 8 are also the main canon series.
Wait, so there's a seven and eight as well?
Yeah,
Oh no, I have to.
H2O and Halloween Resurrection.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those
Yeah,
ones. Okay, I didn't really count them. I thought they were separate because they have Busta Rhymes in them. So.
there. I mean, I think people consider 4, 5, and 6 like they call it the Thorn trilogy, like they kind of
Okay.
go together.
Hmm.
But 7 and 8 are part of the main ones, and then we have the Rob Zombie ones, which are
Yeah.
separate. And then 2018 Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends
Yeah.
are kind of like a direct sequel to the first movie that ignores the
Right.
rest. But
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Interesting. We'll talk about those ones when we get to them.
we
I
will.
have I definitely have thoughts on the David Gordon Green ones. But I have
Yeah.
to watch the Rob Zombie one still. And I've never seen H2O or the one after that one either.
Oh, well,
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna have to watch some movies now before our next recording.
definitely. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on them.
So what do you rate this one overall? Number
I'd go.
five.
I go 6.5. It's
Okay.
not quite as good as some of the others, but it's
Hmm.
still really good.
I didn't show off my Michael Myers shirt yet. I'm wearing a Michael Myers shirt right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you can't see it from where I am. You're wearing a Grotesque 2 shirt. That's awesome. I was walking around. If anybody saw me, I was walking around Mississauga yesterday wearing a Mildred Moyer shirt. So
Oh, thank you. It was
I
good
was that
advertising.
guy. Okay, so you give it a 6.5. I give it a 5. This was my least favorite so far.
Okay.
I thought that the goofy stuff was there was way more goofy stuff than there was good stuff, but there was good stuff. Like there was the laundry chute thing, and that I thought was really cool. I like the final battle in the Myers house between the two, but there was just too much craziness, and I don't like Loomis. I really
Yeah.
don't like Loomis. I even posted about it on Facebook, rewatching these movies. He sucks. He's the worst therapist in the history of therapy. Oh boy. I pray for any other patients that he could possibly ever have, other than Jamie and Michael Myers. Probably his only two.
I think at this point he's basically given up on being a psychiatrist, and he's just trying to murder Michael Myers.
Who pays him? Who pays his bills?
I don't know.
How does he
Maybe
survive?
I guess he's just retired now, and I don't know. Maybe he's saved his money over the years. I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I
Well,
don't
does
know.
he even live anywhere? Like we don't see him go home.
Yeah.
He just catches rides in other people's vehicles
Yeah.
and hunts Michael Myers and he hitchhikes.
It wasn't in this one. It was the one before where he was hitchhiking with the alcoholic priest who was going around fighting evil. It looked like that guy might be like a Michael Myers Hunter type guy too.
Yeah, yeah.
But we forgot to talk about it in that one because I forgot that it happened. So what are you gonna do, right? All right, folks. Thanks for joining us for discussing Halloween 5. We will be back next week with episodes about Halloween 6, and then we'll be progressing into the series. And don't forget to subscribe to Brandon's channel, Brandon versus Movies. Subscribe to mine while you're at it for more content like this and for other types of stuff, movie reviews, interviews with indie horror industry people like Brandon. And have fun. Talk to you later.